हेलो एवरीवन। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं चैप्टर नंबर 14 पार्ट 5 क्वेश्चन ऑन एनर्जी फ्लो। क्वेश्चन नंबर 1, एक्सेप्ट फॉर द डीप सी हाइड्रोथर्मल इकोसिस्टम डैश इज द ओनली सोर्स ऑफ एनर्जी फॉर ऑल इकोसिस्टम ऑन अर्थ। आंसर is सन। नेक्स्ट, of the incident solar radiation less than dash of it is photosynthetically active radiation, PAR। आंसर है 50%। नेक्स्ट है क्वेश्चन नंबर 3, प्लांट्स एंड फोटोसिंथेटिक बैक्टीरिया ऑटोट्रॉपिक सन्स रेडिएंट एनर्जी टू मेक फूड फ्रॉम सिंपल डैश। आंसर है इनऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल्स। नेक्स्ट है प्लांट कैप्चर ओनली dash of the power and this small amount of energy sustain the entire living system, so it is very important to know how the dash captured by plants flows through different organisms of an ecosystem. Answer is 2 to 10% solar energy. Next, all organisms are dependent for their food on producer either directly or indirectly, so we find dash of energy from the sun to producer and then to consumer. Answer is unidirectional flow. Next, father ecosystem are not exempt from the dash law of the thermodynamics. Answer is second. Next, ecosystem need a constant supply of energy to synthesize the molecule they require to counteract the universal tendency toward increasing dash. Answer disorderness. Next, the green plant in the ecosystem terminology are called producers. In a terrestrial ecosystem, major producers are dash and woody plants. Herbaceous. Next, primary producer in an aquatic ecosystem are various species like dash, algae and higher plants. Answer phytoplankton. Next, starting from the plant or producer, food chains or rather webs are formed such that and dash feed on a plant or another animals and in turn is food for another. Answer animal. Next, the chain or web is formed because of this. Answer interdependency. Next, no energy that is trapped into and dash remain it forever. Answer organism. Next, the energy trapped by the producer hence is either passed on to a dash or the organism dies. Answer consumers. Next, a dash of organism is the beginning of detritus food chain or web. Answer a death. All the organisms depend on the plants directly or indirectly for their dash need. They are hence called dash and also heterotrophs. Answer food consumers. Next, if they feed on the producer, the plants, they are called dash, and if the animals and other animals which in turn eat the plants for their produce, they are called answer primary consumer, secondary consumer. Next, obviously the primary consumer will be dash. Some common herbivores are insects, birds, mammals, and in terrestrial ecosystem, and mollusks in dash ecosystem. Answer herbivores, aquatic. Next, the consumers that feed on these herbivores are carnivores, or more correctly dash to secondary consumer. Answer primary carnivores. Next, those animals that depend on the primary carnivore for food are labeled as secondary carnivore. Next, a single grazing food chain is depicted below. Grass, goat, man, producer, dash, consumer. Answer primary consumers.